Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nurafifah. I'm one of the students University West Sulawesi. My course is English Education Department Class B 2018. In this occasion, I'm going to explain 5 hypotheses of the second language acquisition. The first hypothesis is is the acquisition learning hypothesis. This hypothesis distinguishes between the process of language acquisition and language learning. Acquisition occurs passively and unconsciously through implicit, informal, or natural learning. Resulting language is to pick up a language by relying on feeling of correctness rather than conscious knowledge of the language rules. In contrast to acquisition, learning occurs actively and consciously through explicit or formal learning and instruction, resulting in explicit knowledge about language. Learning results in meta-linguistic knowledge and awareness. Furthermore, the acquisition learning hypothesis states that both children and adults acquire language via access to innate language acquisition that is regardless of age, as well as that learning cannot become acquisition. The second acquisition is the natural order hypothesis. This hypothesis argues the acquisition of the grammatical structure occurs in a predictable sequences. Artinya, second hypothesis ini terjadi pada waktu grammatical structure in predictable sequence. The natural order hypothesis applies both the first language and the second language acquisition. Hypothesis apply similar acquisition. The order of acquisition of a first language is often different from the same language as a second language. Furthermore, according to the hypothesis, the order of acquisition remains the same regardless of explicit instruction. In other words, explicit learning and cannot change the natural order of acquisition. This hypothesis for an order for adult subjects seems to appear only under certain conditions. It means it may not appear when we give the adults grammar test, but appear reliably when we focus on adults on communication. Next, the third hypothesis is a monitor hypothesis. This is a complement the acquisition learning hypothesis by claiming that only function of learning with a second language acquisition is as an editor or monitor. For language use produced by the acquired system as well as that to produce grammatical prompts but not yet acquired. However, according to the monitor hypothesis, explicit knowledge of a language rules is not sufficient for utilization of the monitor. A language user must also have an adequate amount of time to consciously think about and apply learned user. And the fourth hypothesis is the input hypothesis. It means hypothesis states that learners progress in their knowledge of the language when they comprehend language input that is slightly more advanced than their current level. And the last hypothesis is the affective filter hypothesis. It means this hypothesis account for the influence of affective factor on second language acquisition. Affective effect refer to non-linguistic variables such as motivation, self-condition, and anxiety. According to the affective filter hypothesis, affective variables such as fear, nervous, boredom, and resistance to change can affect the acquisition of a second language by preventing information about the second language from reaching the language areas of the mind. Furthermore, when the affective filter blocks comprehensible input, acquisition fails or occur to lesser extent. And when the affective filter supports the intake of comprehensible input, the second language interaction can and work to minimize the effect of the affective filter. Okay guys, I think enough for me. Forgive me my mistake and thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.